Some perfumes are just bad. Everyone has experienced it at some point. A blind buy gone horribly wrong, or a viral scent that completely clashes with body chemistry. But then there's a whole other category. These aren't just disappointing or overhyped fragrances. These are perfumes so bizarre, so genuinely offensive, they feel like crimes against the human nose. Fragrances that spark the question, should these even be legal? Yes, fragrance is subjective. What smells awful to one person may be a signature scent for another. But certain perfumes cross a line. They're not just unpopular, they're infamous. These 5 go beyond bad. They're olfactory war crimes. From outrageous novelty scents to experimental blends that smell like science projects gone wrong. This is a countdown of the top 5 perfumes that might just need to be banned. 5. Burger King Flame-Grilled Fragrance. Kicking off the list is a scent that proves one harsh truth. Just because something can be made doesn't mean it should be. In 2008, Burger King released a limited edition fragrance in Japan called Flame, designed to mimic the smell of a Whopper. That's right, this was a real, purchasable cologne meant to make the wearer smell like flame-grilled meat. And the scent? Exactly what it sounds like. Smoke, grease, and charred beef. Imagine a backyard BBQ without the sunshine, laughter, or fresh air. Just the lingering scent of a greasy grill turned into a wearable mist. It was marketed as the scent of seduction with a hint of flame-broiled meat, but in reality, it smelled like a drive-through uniform after a long shift. A clever marketing stunt? Maybe. A wearable fragrance? Not even close. This one earns its place on the list simply for audacity. Number 4. Eau de Stilton, the blue cheese perfume. If grilled meat cologne sounds questionable, Eau de Stilton takes things to a whole new level of absurd. Created by the Stilton Cheesemakers Association, this perfume was designed to encourage people to eat more Stilton by making them smell like it. This wasn't a joke product. Eau de Stilton was crafted with notes like clary sage and valerian to mimic the rich, moldy, and pungent aroma of blue cheese. And it succeeded, perhaps too well. The result? A scent that closely resembles a forgotten lunchbox or someone who hasn't washed their gym clothes in weeks. It's more likely to repel than attract. It's hard to imagine a scenario where wearing this wouldn't be a social risk. Not just unpleasant. This one could get a person politely, or not so politely, asked to leave public spaces. Eau de Stilton wasn't just a bad idea, it was olfactory sabotage. We're only 2 perfumes in and already deep into the world of fragrance gone wrong. Got your own horror story? Drop it in the comments. What's the worst perfume you've ever smelled? And if this kind of content makes your nose wrinkle in all the right ways, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe for more fragrance breakdowns like this one. 3. Zoologist Bat, original 2015 version. Moving into the world of artistic perfumery, Zoologist is a niche brand known for capturing the essence of animals and their habitats. Their 2015 release, simply titled Bat, was a bold attempt to recreate the experience of a bat's cave. And in terms of accuracy, it was a home run. But that might not be a good thing. The scent opened with tropical fruit notes like banana and fig, but quickly gave way to an earthy, damp, coal dirt aroma. The result was a clash between sweetness and mustiness, like rotting fruit in a dark cave. For many, this was a scrubber, a fragrance that needed to be washed off immediately. Zoologist Bat was not poorly made. On the contrary, it was so conceptually and technically well executed that it became unwearable. It's the kind of perfume that tells a story, but not one that most people want to carry around on their skin. Think of it as a museum exhibit in a bottle. Fascinating, impressive, and best observed from a distance. 2. Zoologist Tyrannosaurus Rex. Still within the zoologist lineup, Tyrannosaurus Rex is where perfumery turns prehistoric and primal. This scent was designed to capture the Cretaceous period and the fearsome presence of the apex predator itself. What emerged was something less like a fragrance and more like a natural disaster. With opening notes of smoke, leather, and burning resins, T-Rex smells like a wildfire in progress. Not incense smoke. This is acrid, aggressive, and almost suffocating. As it develops, it reveals animalic, metallic, and meaty undertones. Some have even described it as reminiscent of dog food, burning rubber, or a prehistoric battlefield. It's not for the faint of heart. Wearing this perfume feels like a sensory assault. It's bold, terrifying, and undeniably memorable. But perhaps best admired from behind glass in a laboratory. T-Rex doesn't enter a room, it kicks down the door. For sheer intensity alone, it earns the number 2 spot. 1. Secretions Magnifiques by État Libre d'Orange. No list of infamous perfumes would be complete without the legendary Secretions Magnifiques by État Libre d'Orange. This is the perfume that has become a rite of passage in the fragrance community. A scent so offensive, it's almost a dare. The goal behind this creation was to replicate the scent of bodily fluids during intimate moments. Described as containing the essences of sweat, blood, milk, and even semen, the result is a harsh, metallic, salty, and deeply animalic composition that many say resembles a hospital trauma scene. There's a sharp tang of iron, a sour note of curdled milk, and a strange aquatic element that only adds to the nausea. This isn't a fragrance that can be worn. It's a full-on sensory experience, one that many find physically repulsive. Even among experimental perfumes, Secretions Magnifiques is in a category of its own. The crime here? Simply existing. It challenges every idea of what a fragrance is supposed to do. While État Libre d'Orange has released many bold and unusual scents, none have reached the legendary levels of infamy that this one has. From fast food to blue cheese, cave dirt to prehistoric smoke, and finally, to bodily fluids. These are the top 5 perfumes that truly push the boundaries of what fragrance can and should be. While each one has its own bizarre backstory or artistic ambition, they all share one thing in common. They are olfactory nightmares. What do you think? Have any of these made your own worst of all time list? Or is there a scent even more horrifying that deserves to be called out? Leave it in the comments. This is a safe space for all your scent trauma. And if you're fascinated by the weird, wild, and sometimes disgusting world of fragrance, be sure to subscribe and turn on notifications. More countdowns, reviews, and fragrance history deep dives are coming soon. Thanks for watching, and hopefully your nose recovers soon.